All right, second grade, before we begin our new spelling words for today, let's review some phonograms. All right, the first phonogram is R. What are you going to write? Good, R. Say it while you write it. All right, put your finger under that phonogram you just wrote. What is it? Good, R. This is R. If you didn't have that, write it 3 times. Say it while you write it. All right, the next one is sh. Short letter sh, used at the beginning of syllables after the first one. What are you going to write? Good, write it and say it while you write it. All right, put your finger under that phonogram you just wrote. What is it? Good, sh. Short letter sh, used at the beginning of syllables after the first one. This is sh. Short letter sh, used at the beginning of syllables after the first one. So if you didn't have that, pause the video, write it in 3 times, say it while you write it. All right, we'll do another new one. That's J, 3-letter J. Class, what are you going to write? Good, J, 3-letter J. Say it while you write it. All right, put your finger under that first phonogram, or that last phonogram you just wrote. What does it say? Good, J, 3-letter J. J, 3-letter J. All right, that one was another one we just learned recently, so if you didn't get it, write it 3 times and say it while you write it. All right, the next 2 we'll be reviewing because we're using them in our words for today. So the next one is ow, o, oo, What are you going to write? Excellent, write it, say it while you write it. All right, put your finger under the first phonogram, or that last phonogram you just wrote. What does it say? Good, ow, o, oo, This is our ow, o, oo, All right, so if you didn't have that, write it 3 times. Say it while you write it. All right, our last phonogram is aw, that we do not use at the end of English words. What are you going to write? Good, aw, that we do not use at the end of English words. Right, write it and say it while you write it. All right, put your finger under that phonogram you just wrote. What is it? Good, aw, that we do not use at the end of English words. This is our aw that we do not use at the end of English words. All right, if you didn't have that, write it 3 times. Say it while you write it. Once we're done with that, let's go back and say the sounds or the names of our phonograms. I'm going to mix it up though. What's this? Good. J, 3-letter J. How about this? Excellent. R. How about this one? Good. Aw, that we do not use at the end of English words. How about this one? All right, if you weren't sure, listen and then say it with me. Sh, short letter sh, used at the beginning of syllables after the first one. All right, nice job. And our last one is this. What is this? Good. Ow, oh, ooh, All right, we're ready to learn some new words now. So we're sitting up nice and straight. We're not holding our pencil yet. All right. Our first word, gosh, we have a lot of two-way words. Our first word is family. What's the word? Good, family. So this is a two-way word. To spell it, we're going to say family. Say that with me, family. All right, one more time. Good, family. All right, we need to find the syllables. Say the word family. Show me how many times your chin went down. I hope you're showing me this because this is correct. All right, there are 3 syllables in family. The first syllable is fam. What's the first syllable? Good, fam. What sounds do you hear in the syllable fam? Excellent, it's f, ah, All right, write that first syllable, put your syllable break at the end, say the sounds while you write them. All right, our second syllable is I. What's our second syllable? Good, I. We only have one I, right? That's I-E. Wait a minute. I thought it said its name at the end of a syllable. Not quite. Remember, I and Y are our less consistent vowels. So I'm going to say the rule. Join in if you know it. If not, we'll all repeat it again. I and Y usually say E or I at the end of a syllable, but may say I. All right, say that with me. I and Y usually say E or I at the end of a syllable, but may say I. All right, so this is less consistent. It's saying I, even though it's at the end of a syllable. All right, go ahead and write that. All right, our last syllable is Lee. What's our last syllable? Good, Lee. What sounds do we hear in the syllable Lee? Good, ul, E. Our E is y, I-E. Which E do we use at the end of family, class? Good, y, I-E. Write those sounds, say them while you write them. All right, put your finger under the first phonogram in that word. What does it say? Good. Excellent. Good. Good. I. Good. O. And you write E, but which E is it? Good. Yeah. I-E. All right, make sure your family looks like mine. Let's mark it. No. It's saying its first sound. How about this? How about this one? All right, let's say the sounds of this phonogram. Good, so the first one's yeah, that's a consonant. All right, so we're just interested in the vowel sounds. So those are good. I, E. Whenever I or Y says E, it gets a little 3 on top of it. All right, let's say our sounds and put them together. All right, good. Family. So this, I said, is a two-way word because usually we say it family or family, right? So let's see, we're going to need to put a thinking cap on top of something. So we say family to spell it. When I'm speaking, though, I would say my family. 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 We're going to put a little thinking cap on top of this. I guess I usually say family. Family. Okay, so this is not making its usual sound. So to spell this word, how do we say it? Good, family. But when we're speaking, what do we say? We might say something more like family. All right, nice job, class. All right, the next word is round. Class, what's the word? Good, round. Let's see. The water bottle was large and round. Round. What sounds do you hear in the word round, class? Good, our sounds are r, ow, n, d. All right, our ow is ow, o, oo, Which ow are we going to use in round? Good, ow, o, oo, Write those sounds. Say them while you write them. All right, put your finger under the first phonogram in round. What does it say? Good. R. Good. Ow is the next sound. Which ow? Excellent. Ow, o, oo, What's next? Good. N. And good. D. Excellent. All right, make sure yours looks like mine. And let's mark it. Does this need a marking? How about this? Good, we need to underline our ow. O, oo, How about this one? Okay, let's say the sounds in our word and put them together. Excellent. All right. Our next word is around. Class, what's the word? Good. We ran around the lake 3 times. Around. Guess what? Around is also a two-way word. To spell it, we say around. Class, how do we say around to spell it? Good. Around. Say that with me one more time. Around. And now on your own. Good. Around. Put your hand on your chin. How many syllables are in around? Show me. Excellent job. If you're showing me 2, that is how many syllables we have. Our first syllable is A. What's our first syllable? Good. A. What sound do we hear in the syllable A? Just A. We can't take it apart any further. We're going to use a-ah. Class, what lets our a-ah say its name in around? All right, it's at the end of a syllable. What do we call a syllable with the vowel at the end? Good, an open syllable. So this is an open syllable. That's what lets our vowel say its name. Write that first sound, write that first syllable. Say it while you write it. All right, the next syllable is round. What do we need to write to spell round? Good, round. It's going to be the same ow that we used in round as in a round. Which ow is that? Good, ow, o, oo, right? That second syllable, say the sounds while you write them. All right, class, put your finger under that first phonogram in a round. What does it say? Good, A. And what lets our a-ah say A? Good, it's an open syllable. What's next? Good, r. Ow, Which ow? Good. Ow, oh, ooh, What's next? Good. Excellent. And very nice. Make sure yours looks like mine. All right, let's mark it. Excellent. We need to underline it because it's saying its name in A round. Excellent. We need to mark that too. All right, let's say our sounds and put them together. All right, so we would say A, R, ow, d, A, round. But when we're speaking, we don't say a round. What do we say? Right, around. So one of my phonograms is going to get a thinking cap. What is it? Excellent. It's our a, because it sounds like when we're speaking, but to spell it, we say a round. All right, nice job, class. All right, our next word is a compound word. So it might have been a while since we talked about this. I'm going to remind you. A compound word is when we have one word and another word and we smash them together and it makes a new word that's just made up of two words shoved together. An example of that is snow and ball, and we shove them together. What does it make? Good, snowball. All right. So our next word is a compound word. It is the word because. What's the word? Good, but sorry, I pronounced it a little bit incorrectly. To spell it correctly, we want to say because, right? So it's a two-way word, because we usually say because. But to spell it correctly, we need to say because. Class, what's our word? Good, because. How many syllables are in because? Put your hand on your chin, say the word and show me. Good. We've got 2 syllables in because. Remember, whenever we have a compound word, we break the syllables between those words. But in this case, each of our words is just 1 syllable, so it's just 2 syllables. But every compound word is always going to be at least 2 syllables, and we break them up between the 2 parts of the word. All right, so our first syllable is B. What's our first syllable? Good, B. And what sounds do we hear in the syllable B? Good, it's B, E. This is E. What lets it say E? Excellent, it's an open syllable, right? That first syllable, say your sounds while you write them. All right, we've got our first syllable, our second syllable, and our second word is cause. What's the word? Good, cause. What sounds do you hear in the syllable cause? Good, it's k, aw, z. All right, we're going to use aw that we do not use at the end of English words. The z is s, z. Oh, wait a minute. When we have this at the end of the word, we don't want people to think it means something plural if it doesn't. What do we add in that situation? We just talked about it last week. This silent final E, job 5. All right, so this word's a little complicated. Let's go over it one more time. Which aw? Good, aw that we do not use at the end of English words. Good, z, but which z? Good, s, z. And so because that would be at the end, we need to add what? Good, silent final E, job 5. Write that second syllable, cause, say the sounds while you write them. All right, class, put your finger under that first phonogram in because. What does it say? Good, but. Good, E, which E is it? Excellent, or sorry, it's kind of our default E. If I don't tell you anything else, that's what we use. Sorry, but what lets our E say E? Good, it's an open syllable. All right, what's next? Good. Aw, which aw is it? Good, aw that we do not use at the end of English words. What's next? Good, z, but which z? All right, z. And what's our last thing we need to write? Good, silent final E, job 5. All right, once your word looks like mine, we can mark it. Very good, we need to underline that because it's saying its name. And what's letting it say its name? It's a what kind of syllable? Good, an open syllable. Excellent, we need to underline those 2 letters working together to make that one sound. How about this? All right, so this one we need to underline because it goes with the silent final E. But can you tell me the 2 sounds of this phonogram? Good, z, and it's saying z. It's saying its second sound, so it needs an underline and a 2. How about this one? Good, we double underline our silent final E, job 5. All right, let's read our word. Good, so it's a b-e-k-a-z, because. All right. Let's see. I'm trying to think of because. All right. So a lot of when people pronounce it because, they're not really pronouncing it correctly, but let's take that into account because most people say because. So if the word is because, and we have to say because to spell it, which of our phonograms would get our thinking cap? Nice job. If you're telling me this one, that's where I would put it. All right, good. Because is how we say it to spell it. All right. Our next word is seam. Class, what's the word? Good. Seam. All right. But wait, we'll need to hear that in a sentence, definitely, because there are at least 2 English words that sound the same way. Seam. Does it seem hot in here to you? Seam. What sounds do we hear in the word seam? Good. Our sounds are s, e, m. All right, our E is E-double-E. Class, which E do we use in seam? Good, E-double-E. All right, write those sounds, say them while you write them. All right, put your finger under that first phonogram in the word you just wrote. What does it say? Good. Good. Good, E, but which E is it? Excellent, E-double-E. Always says E. And what's the last thing? Good, m. All right, make sure your word looks like mine. What do we need to mark? You know what we need to mark, right? Just this. Now let's read our word. Excellent job, class. Seam. All right. Our last word for today is the word for. Oh, but remember, we'll need to hear it in a sentence. let's see. I have 4 missed calls on my phone. 4. All right. Now to spell this correctly, I like to say forward. Can you say that with me? Forward. Good. One more time. Good. Forward. All right, class, what sounds do you hear in the word forward? Good. It's O, R. All right, our O in forward is ow, O, oo, Which O are you going to use in forward? Good. Ow, O, oo, Write those sounds. Say them while you write them. All right, put your finger under that first phonogram in forward. What does it say? Good. O, which O is it? Good. Ow, O, oo, and good. R. All right, make sure yours looks like mine. Let's mark it. Good, we need to underline this. But what are the 4 sounds of this phonogram? Can you say them for me? Good, it's ow, O, oo, And in the word forward, it's saying O. So what are we going to put on top? Show me. Excellent, it's saying its second sound, forward. All right, let's say our sounds and put them together. All right. All right. I think since I feel like I need to pronounce it a little bit differently, forward, to make sure I spell it right, I'm going to put a thinking cap. Which phonogram do you think I should put the thinking cap on? Good. O, the ow, O, oo, forward. All right. And also, so there's more than one word that we pronounce for in English, right? This one is the number. So let's see, I don't want us to get confused with the markings. So let's just put a little number 4 right next to it there to help us remember that this is for the number, not I got the pencil for you. All right, nice job, class. I'll see you in our next lesson.